Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. Again, VeChain also moving here in line with my expectations further down. I've been remaining bearish here throughout. There was a possibility for VeChain again to move once more into this blue target area. It didn't do it, but it did what it needed to do as a wave B, because this wave B did move all the way up to where it needed to be. It then could have done this, what Chainlink did as well, move basically into this area here, which would have been around the 0.5 fib level of that move down, but it didn't do it. It was too weak. I talked about after that 4th of December here about a possible relief rally that might be coming for cryptos. It didn't, a little bit to my surprise, didn't come to all cryptos, only happened for some, including Phantom, Harmony One. What else? Solana did a quick one, and Chainlink did a little bit of one, you know, and so yeah, so some of them saw that move up, but VeChain just remained too weak. So I remained anyway bearish here throughout. Had my target area on here, had my target area on here for a while. That is the area where I would expect that price to go into, basically sitting between the 0.887 and the 0.786 fib level, but the difference here is that the 0.786 would be a bit too high, because the 0.786 fib level was already hit basically in that wave A. So basically with that target area, therefore I go and start at the 0.887 fib level at 3.3 cents and go all the way up to the low of the wave A, which is sitting at 5.5 cents. That's where I would expect that correction with the highest probability to land. I have started the dollar cost average in, and people in the channel members who also joined Discord will know that. And if you want to see my buy and sell orders, feel free to join the channel membership and you can get access to Discord and see my buy and sell orders. And I did do that because obviously you never know if actually these levels will be hit, and I will always want to be prepared for both scenarios. But I think I started the dollar cost average in at around 8.2 cents. And if we look at where we were earlier here at around 18, 19 cents, or even earlier in 2021 at around 28 cents, I think if I talk about the current price of 6 cents or 8 cents, doesn't make a big deal of difference. Even if I talk about 3 cents, in the end, if I expect the price to go to levels of around here, I think more around 55 to 73 cents in the next move up, we're talking about a massive price increase, where it then doesn't, of course it matters, but it doesn't matter to a great deal if I buy at 6 cents or 8 cents or 3 cents. But these are prices where I love to start the dollar cost average in. That's why I did it. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get there. Can't even remember when I started and gave you that target area for the first time. People at the time were very, very skeptical about it. I think it was certainly some point in November. I can't remember. Would need to look it up. But people couldn't believe these lower prices, but there we are. And it just shows that in the crypto market, everything is always possible. Bear that in mind. It was hard at times to stick with that bearish scenario, but so far it seems to be playing out. And I know, and I see it in the comments, that you appreciate that, and that I think at least my thoughts here. And please always never take it for granted, and always do your own research and look other, watch other YouTube videos as well, because nothing is ever 100%. But I see it in the comments that it saved a lot of people money, which is great to see, which makes me happy and really motivates me to carry on. So what I expect for VeChain is to come into that area down there. It's currently sitting at a key support level. It's actually sitting exactly at the 0.786 fib level. You can see how relevant that is. You can see that, and again, it shows the fibs are relevant. The price, I mean, we missed it here by, well, don't know, 0.1 of a cent or whatever. So great reaction to that, but not a very strong reaction. So I would expect it to break that fairly soon, maybe even the next few days or the next week or so, and then go all the way down into that target area. I don't even think it's very unlikely to expect the price of around 3.5 cents. But bear in mind, this could only be a fast, a short wick that you might not be able to benefit from. That's why I set my buy orders, set them a little bit higher than the lowest point I expected, and fully, knowing that it's always very hard to pick the low. But with these levels here in my buy orders, I have managed to get quite good picks at the lows and at the highs. So that's fantastic. And again, if you want to see that, feel free to join the channel membership. Other than that, I think VeChain is doing what has been expected. here there is no sign of recovery, especially not after yesterday's dump. But we know that because here on the weekly it didn't show a lot of signs of recovery anyway. The weekly MACD is still pointing down. The weekly RSI is pointing down as well, and there is more space. If you look at the indicators here on the RSI, there is more space to move lower. The last time at the low, we were here March 20. There is more space. Even if we expect to go to the same level at like March 2020, there is more space on the weekly MACD and RSI. And here on the monthly, we've now even seen the bearish crossover. You see that now on various cryptos, that you see a bearish cross on the MACD on the monthly, which has significant impact long term. It shows the longer trend direction, and yeah, I mean, it's pointing towards the direction, isn't it? I mean, obviously, if it breaks that 3.3 cent level, I don't think it will. But if it does, I think we can expect price of around 2 cents. But I don't think we're gonna see that. And anybody had a few questions? Do I expect a bear market? No. It always, whatever you define as a bear market, it means different things to different people. But for me, I don't expect it. I think as soon as we get to the low of the correction, and that low of the correction could be in here, but I can't obviously guarantee it. That's where I think the correction will finish, somewhere in this range, could be even a little bit lower. But then I think we're going to see something here like a fast start to the upside, because this is wave 1, we're seeing a wave 2 correction. Next one, which should be wave 3. A wave 3 normally starts quite impulsively. We should realize when it's happening. And that's why I buy now, because I think we're very close to the low. If we see the move up, we might be too late. And therefore, I think it's safer now in this fairly slow correction to really start buying now. At my personal strategy to dollar cost average in at these prices, more a long-term perspective, but obviously buying the dips and then selling at the top of these waves, which will be coming. And I'll make you aware when I take profits of the positions that we bought now, that I buy now. Obviously, nothing is financial advice. You need to decide when you buy and sell yourself. That's all your possibility. I can give you buy and sell orders, the ones that I set for myself. You can choose to follow, of course, but it's your own decision, and you don't need to use them all. It's up to you, absolutely. So yeah, hopefully you liked that update about VeChain. Definitely keep you updated, especially if you see here something changing. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.